Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of day this is for you. It's a morning for me, another early morning one. That's right, I was up at 4:30 this morning, or before that, I don't know. It was early, and it's like maybe close to 7 now, maybe. And we'll see. It's a Monday morning, morning Monday, meditating Monday. I don't know. Just make it to work Monday. Oh no, what is that for you? How did your weekend go? Are you ready for the Halloweeny coming up next weekend? I'm not. Really tired with my shoulder, but that's alright. I got chiropractors today, so that'll work out. Oh, welcome. It's me, Wingish Nivea Jackie Quay, your friendly, freaky ass, sweetgrass water medicine woman. Also, Christiana Carr, Chris Carr, superstar. All this beautiful divine being right here. And welcome all you beautiful divine beings right here too. How goes it with you? Let's just dive in this morning. Call in all of our directions. Calling in all of our energies from the east, past illumination and clarity, place of fire, place of man. Calling back all of our energies from the south, the waters, the emotions, place of innocence, the child. Calling back all of our energies from the west, that's the earth, the physical, the woman, place of introspection. Calling back all of our energies from the north. It's the air, the mental, the wisdom years. And we walk our red walk. Walk the red road, our earth walk is from south in childhood, right? That's sharing the quickening when we're born, right? Mamas get that nesting, it's called, right? You get ready, you kind of have this, intuitive feeling, when it's coming, right? You're connected. It's in your body. You kind of have an idea, right? Also, maybe it's just that's it. I'm done. This has gone on long enough. It's time for you to get out. Love you, but I want to hold you out here. Thank you very much. Whatever that is, right? We get up to the north and we see that the wisdom is that change. Well, then we see the wisdom that the only thing constant is change. So why resist the change? Because that's the only thing that's constant. That's the thing that you can count on the most, I've depended on that because it's for now, not forever. Whatever I don't like going through. But thing is, something really is good. We want to hang on to that feeling. We don't want to have any sad feelings or these feelings or negative feelings. But it's all part of it. All, right? Light and dark, right? We need both, right? We need that dark so we can rest and recharge. And then that light, we, get the stuff done. I don't know. What is that for you? East to west is that blue road of spirit, right? See, and don't we have, there's many viewpoints and options about what the spirit is, what roads we take. We don't know, but there's as many paths as there are people because we're all on our own personal journey, so it's a personal path we're on. Okay? So the right way is the way that brings the most joy to you and shares that joy with others around you too, right? Instead of spreading the misery, right? Let's spread the joy. Uplifting. What is that for you? And it's personal. It's personal. It's develop that personal relationship with spirit, that friendship, buddies. Yeah, cool, right? That's my buddy. No? That's all the spirit wants. Just enjoy. Join in. Have fun, right? The storyteller, look at the stories that we're creating together and the expansion. We're creating the expansion of the stories you're telling yourself about that creator and that source, helping you to expand or keeping you contracted because I'm afraid to go do anything because I'm going to get punished or whatever that is. So what are the stories that you are telling yourself about that source? Let's bring that all in and look, and whatever that is for you to support you, bring that all in. Above, below, and within. All begins on within. All begins within. And we spread 'em, spread 'em, spread 'em. Okie dokie. Oh. Okie dokie. Where are we at? 5:24. Let's just do a quick shuffle of these, and I will get right into her. Try and make this a quickie, because this is a heart in me. Okay. And okay. Something came out on the above, but came out on the within. The answer, a guy that jumped out on within. And then here we have noticing needs. The above notices your needs. We need to notice our needs within. That's the attainment. When we notice the needs, we'll reach that attainment within. Oh, I guess it's 7 o'clock, because I think that's my alarm I hear going off. I think that's my alarm I hear going off there. Okay, out. I'm just going to set these down here for now. Okay. Noticing needs. That's how we attain what we is after. Okay, let's see if I'll put that there for now. Ow, 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 ow. Oh, overall. Let's look at the lessons, things we can look at in our lives today. Just something to focus on. Focused, right? Focused intentions, and we're practicing that. I mean, sometimes it just gets in too much of a mess that we need some help. Just to, okay, here, focus on this. We're all going to go through these life lessons, and sometimes you can see how it's showing up in your life, how this lesson comes up in your life. How, and what are you learning from it? I don't know. We're returning home. We're looking at our own lives there, not picking at somebody else's, saying this is what they need to do. That's, oh, I could just live my life, but no, we're going home. Generous protectors. Right? Want to be that to our children and to these littles inside. So we can go explore. Explore who we are. And as I said out there, let's see, does that help? No. If I did it more like that. Now, can you see those? So, we're returning home, returning to that innocence of who we are and what we've learned and what we've picked up. Because we can say, yeah, I picked this up as a child. I've been continuing it on. Returning home to see what that little inside you needed. Right? To celebrate that you can now do that for yourself. Right? You can be that generous protector to your little inside. And that you always have that with the source, whatever you believe that to be. What brings you that most peace, because we're returning home, and that's where we find that peace. And I remember last week returning to that little hasn't even left the Garden of Eden. It's still in there, inside you. So, out, dig it, and looks back at that. Okay, that generous protector inside you, returning home. Return home, putting on that shawl. Wrapping up. What feels like home to you? We're always home. Your heart is home, inside your chest. Right? So it's returning to that. Restoring that balance inside of you. Not looking for that outside completion or anything like that, because it's all within you. Right? Begin within. Begin within. Okay. Let's reflect on that before we jump into the actions right now. Let's reflect. Out. Okay, over here we have the cycles and movement, returning home. Look at our own cycles and movement in our life. What's created the biggest shifts in our lives? Was it when we were pushing, trying to make something happen, or when we just let it flow? What's the messages in those cycles? What's the messages trying to teach us? That's where we find the lessons. Messages, the lessons in the cycles. So then how do we create that movement? Because the only thing constant is change. How do we create that change in ourselves? Right? Because that's where it begins within. And then you start seeing those ripple effects without. And that means sometimes relationships fall away or whatever, we're ages and stages. And if we're trying to hang on to one when it's time for it to naturally go, that's when we're going to, we start meeting that resistance and, and look at how we try to, self-fulfilling prophecies or whatever, those messages we continue to tell ourselves. What are the messages we continue to get? And are those messages, as we continue to tell ourselves, creating movement in our life? Or is it just repeating those cycles and ingraining even deeper those cycles so that it's even harder for the next generations to switch those? We need to do our parts now and not leave it all for the next ones to deal with, right? Whatever that is for you, generations, whether you have children or not, right? This earth is still children. You need to take care of it after. There's still a younger generation that's coming after that's going to have to take care of it and clean up. What kind of a mess are we leaving for them? So we need to do our parts now while we're here, right? That's one life. That's one time. If we have reincarnation, whatever, but we get this one life, this one earth walk, we get this one time. What are you doing with it? What are you adding to it? What are you getting from it? But it's not about what we're getting from it, but in a way of seeing that, it's reciprocated, so we don't keep pouring out to some that keep draining us. So we do see where it is coming into us, and that way always got a constant supply. Always. Right? That's how we create that change. That's the movement that we're making. Then we create a change. We find a cycle. Pick one thing, one little thing in that cycle that you're going to change. Bring something into light, something that's been sneaky. The rites of passage. Some of you think, oh, right? Because there is. Sometimes we think, oh, you need to go through these initiations and these whatever. Maybe you need to change that. Maybe we think that, oh, well, geez, you don't get through life without having some sort of trauma, so our brains are trained that we need to get into trauma and then survive that, blah, blah, blah. Whatever that is. Or that I'm comfy up here. It's always worked so far, so why change it? But look at how these little things, look at how we've been distracted by this hand up here and didn't see what this hand over here was doing, right? It's kind of over here in the shadows. This one's staying, oh, look at, I'm over here in the light, but it's casting a shadow. What's it hiding behind? In that shadow. What's in that shadow? It's you. Step out of your own shadow, right? There's no need to hide, so change that. It's like one thing and change. What do you need to do in your own life to shift a cycle that's been unhealthy, unhelpful, right? It's not right or wrong. Unhealthy, unhelpful, right? Those are the things helpful. And then look at what lights your fire. What brings you alive? Passion, spontaneity, right? Different than impulsivity. Remember, take some forethought. So it's something that you have that passion for. And then you feel that drive, you get that call to action. You must take that call to action, because who knows if or when it's going to come again in this lifetime. And who knows until we get there if we get another lifetime. So why not make the best of this one that we're in? Right? When we make it the best for us, it's going to make it the best for others too. Because you know what? We're not going to be going after them. Right? That's our power. It lies within our passions. Right? And changing that and thinking, I can't go after this because that's selfish. I can't do that because, well, nobody does that. Or, this only happens to everybody else but me. What is that for you? We're making those changes. We're feeling empowered. It's not about power over. We're feeling empowered. We're noticing our needs, so then we're not projecting our needs onto others. Right? Noticing our needs and noticing we're not the only ones that has needs. Maybe you are noticing your needs, and you're just not noticing that others have needs too. Are you one that's just out there taking, taking, taking? Maybe there's something you need to give. So what is that in your own life? How's that lesson showing up for you, right? And we're going to be that generous protector. We're returning home. It's nobody else's job. Nobody's responsible to fix us. We need to do it on our own, right? Nobody's coming to save you. Or only Jesus saves. Only the source saves, right? We need that help. We can open up to that because that's the higher wisdom. That's the highest wisdom of all. So we can keep going and asking each other, who we're all just making it up as we go along. Really? Maybe? I don't know. I don't know till we get there, right? None of us really know till we get there. So let's do our best right now. Take care of our own littles inside and not put that on anybody else. So grandmothers and the seed, open us to that flow. And then this one jumped out over here by itself. And that struggle. And that struggle. It begins within. Right? See that new day dawning. We can stay in the past and in the dark, and we can look forward to that new day coming in, right? The moon is casting out that night, right? That lit up that night. Now we can look forward to the new day, right? The new seeds. Seeds being planted, the new growth. What's, right? I'm going to put those back in there. Look at that. Major Arcana is coming out. The Spirit is with us. So it's nurturing that in us. Ending the struggle. Ending the fighting over it. Just believe what you believe. Carry on with your life, you know, as long as you're not hurting anybody. Right? Not hurting yourself. That's why we got to be noticing the needs too. Are we just taking from somebody and just selfishly? All right, I'm going to end the struggle. I'm not going to care what anybody thinks and blah, 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 blah. We could do that. Let's just go numb. But that's not what it's saying. Feel. Let it go. End the struggle of fighting those feelings, feeling them, right? And then let it go. Return home. Return to yourself. See that you have that generous protector inside. Returning to that source, to that wholeness. You know, to your mother's embrace, the embrace of Mother Earth. It's about to be embraced by that blanket, right? That white shawl is coming soon. Yeah. Okay, and then as we're reflecting on those actions we've taken over her, the messengers reflecting on the cycles and the messages those cycles have given us about what needs to change. What needs to change? You don't need to, okay, this is broken, that's broken. Instead of focusing on what's broken, how do we change it? We only acknowledge and look at the problem to show that there's a solution for it. That's how we look at it, not go, oh, here's our problems, oh, there's our problems, problems. Solutions to the problems. Here's a problem, here's a solution. Yes, I found a problem, I found an unhelpful place, here's a solution, here's how we fix it. You know, you have to go through the troubleshooting, whatever that is for you. What's the messages your life has been giving you about your purpose here? Right? It's all there. How are we changing those cycles in ourselves? Out one, please. There we go. One, please, and thank you. One. Oh, no, that's a bunch. One. There we go. Brave herald of new thought. That is what we're doing. It's those messages, and then we're changing our thoughts about it, right? We're looking at that, looking at our cycles, because then we're going to be moving into that change. But it's a brave herald of new thought. What are we doing, right? The apprentice of Eros, that thoughts. We're taking over our thoughts, noticing our thoughts, letting them go. If we're trying to control something, then we can't, because we can't really control anything. It's allowing and observing and seeing and shifting and guiding and, you know, swinging. Whatever that is for you, but it's taking a clear look, looking at it a different way, right? If we held blame, you know, taking that blame off. If we held shame, you know, no, looking at everybody's innocent. They're just repeating cycles too. Where did they learn that from? Where did we learn this hurtful stuff or unhelpful stuff, the stuff that keeps us down and holds others down around us or whatever that is? Again, right? Seeing everybody's innocent. What is that for you? And how do we change that? Especially if we don't know, we have to bring that to the light. We have to bring that to that light. See how that protector, oh yeah, that protector still sees. That protector's looking. Yeah, that weasel, that stealthiness, thinks it's really hiding there, but, right, our protector sees. We're okay. We can do this. Whatever we need to do to change, we can change it. What's in our lives, it's one little shift. You make one little shift. You know, just ending that struggle, allowing your feelings to flow, right? Safe ways, healthy ways. You know, keep you safe and those around you safe, you know. Sometimes we need to throw stuff, slam stuff. Sometimes we need to get that out. Sometimes it just creates more, so it keeps it going. So we need to find that balance in ourselves, right? So we overcome that doubt and fear by taking actions. We don't stay hiding in the shadows. We don't say, oh, okay, well, I'll just wait for this to happen, that to happen. That's what I'm going to step out in the light. No, we overcome that doubt and fear by action. That's how we free our spirits, and it's up to us to do that, to open up, to let that in. Say only Jesus saves or that, but we all save ourselves by opening up to that and asking for that. That's how we save ourselves. We have to open up to that and ask for that. You know, we go within to see, to find that connection. Not to find it, to see it's already there. It's always been there. It's not been hidden. Kind of covered it up, but it's always. Have you ever gone looking for something that's right there in plain sight, but you don't see it? I remember my son to get off the bus and come look for me after school. Be standing right there, not behind a tree, not nothing. I'm in wide open. He looking around, couldn't see me. Sometimes you don't see the forest for the trees, right? Or you don't see the tree for the forest. Oh, what is that? So have a look at that. What is there something that you've been doubting that you think, oh, I know this is good for me. I need to do this, right? Your spirit's freed by taking action. The longer we sit in that inaction when we're being called to action, the longer we disempower ourselves, right? The longer we keep repeating those cycles. So we got to change where we are. And sometimes, yeah, just big changes. Big changes in our life. Sometimes we get comfortable. We know we need to make this shift. We know we need to make that change. But we keep drawing it out. Because that fear, what is that? Doubt overcome by action. We take that action. Right? Your art is your shield and power. Your art is your heart. So look to that. What is your heart calling you to do? And follow that. Spontaneous. That's where you get your power. It's like, I'm doing it. You get that call to action and you go. Right? Your basic survival, your needs are always taken care of. So we're afraid we're not going to have that? Remember, Earth is eternally fertile. We will always have that. You want to take off? Well, if things getting too stressful in this town, in this city, in this world, well, you know, take off to that peace. There's lots of ways to live off the grid and still put back that positive back in there, because you'll be living life free and easy the way you want to. You're not out there hurting anybody. You're putting positive back. You're not draining even on any of the systems, because you're creating your own power. You're creating your own food. Whatever that is for you, you can go that extreme, or it's just, hey, I need to make a move and I'm too afraid. I need to go from this place to that place, whatever that is. I feel something calling me, but I am so desperately afraid to make that move. So how do we attain that, right? How do we become those dancers in the wind of time if we never make that move? And then we sit there and we keep struggling. Our life is struggling. Our life, blah, 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 blah. Notice your needs too, right? Have you been giving to everybody else and not to yourself? Now's the time. It's your time now. It's time for this baby to shine. Time for that baby to do what that baby needs to do. Huh? Whatever that is for you. So, thank you very much. It's a nice reading today. Oh, get that out of the way. I was trying to bring some more light in her for you, over her. Noticing those needs. Does somebody need you? Sometimes we need to give. Right? We think we're giving it out, but sometimes somebody needs building up. And that's how those complementing energies in those relationships too, in those cycles. If you're in relationships, it's the cycles of you just giving and giving and not getting anything back. Sometimes we need to walk away from those. Sometimes what's broken, sometimes it gets broken beyond fixing, and it's up to Creator to fix that. It's whatever that is for you. But what is the cycles? What's your call to action right now? That one thing. It keeps coming up. Keeps coming up that says, I need to do this. I need to do this. This is going to, And it's that fear. It's not the jump off the CN Tower. It's that one where, it's going to be safe. It's that, going to go on that roller coaster or whatever that is. It's a safe bet. But you're just scared, just in case. What is that? What is that? I don't know. Remember, you have to let go of one rung before you move to the next. I'm going to see what's under there. There's Grandmother Moon. They did show up again. I thought, the giveaway. There. I wonder. Okay, now I just curiosity over her. Want to see what's the second on the top. There's the floor. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Wow. Plant those seeds. See what's already glowing. Go. It's the winds of change, baby. Time to grow. It's time to grow. How are you holding yourself back now? Let that baby grow. Nurture that little in you. Make those changes that you need to do. Love yous. Love yous very much. Biggest heart hug ever. Have a wonderful, blessed day and week. Thank you. Thank you for being you. Shine a light through in everything you do, because you know this world really needs you now more than ever. Take those actions. Be you, fully, holy, and true, or this world misses out on that gift that is you. Empower. Empower. Not overpower. Empower. You got this. Love yous. Thank you.